What's up, guys? It's Noah here from the DigiBros, and today I'm joined with fellow DigiTuber DonkeyKnogg, and today we're going to be going over the BT6 card list, just taking a look at all the new cards coming out next week. We're really excited about this set. So DonkeyKnogg, go and introduce yourself.
What is going on, people? This is DonkeyKnogg here, fellow DigiTuber, fellow Digimon enthusiast. We're going to be discussing BG6, talking about all the spice going on, talking about our favorite strategies, all that stuff. Shout out to Noah for having me on the channel.
Thank you for joining us today. I got the site pulled up. This is the card list on the official Digimon Card Game website. You can take a look at it, see all the cards coming out of BT6 Double Diamond. Fun fact, this is actually the first Japanese set that me and Levi have not purchased Japanese of. We've got BT, yeah, we got 1 through 5, and then even the Gabubon All Force starter decks.
I guess by the time this one was coming out, we already had like cards in English.
Right.
I'm the same. Well, I stopped buying JP cards after set 4.
Right. And so this is all like new cards for us. Like, I know what these cards are, and I've like seen them since they've first revealed several months ago. But this is the first time I actually be like having the cards out myself.
I haven't like gone like super into it.
Right. Right. So like starting off, we do got Demi-Meramon as the red Tamer. It has inheritable when attacking. This Digimon gets plus 1,000 DP for the turn. Thoughts on that card?
I think it's really good. I mean, obviously it's good with red because red is usually like an aggressive strategy. Attacking the player is something that Eosmon does a lot. So I think that plus 1,000 boost is just generically nice all around.
I like it for
advantage over something like Star Deck Koromon that requires you to have 4 materials.
Right. I do like the BT5 Koromon for like the Greymon tribal decks, but for other non-Greymon base decks, like you said, Jesmon, I do think this is a really good Talmon. They have right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I definitely think that's a good red Talmon moving forward. So moving on, we got the blue one, the Kiaromon. Your turn.
Kiaromon, yeah. It's an interesting one.
Yeah. So once per turn.
Yeah, what do you think, bro? I don't know about this one.
It's ringing real quick. Once per turn, when one of your opponent's Digimon Digivolution cards is trash, trigger draw one. The question is this better than Upamon?
Yeah, I don't think this card is that great. Like you basically only play in like Hexabao or like specifically
Azulangmon. Yeah.
Stripping deck. Yeah. And like you said, I feel like I'd rather just play Upamon.
Right. I feel like Upamon will just be better more times than this one.
Right, maybe like 4 Upamon and like 1 of Kiaromon would be like an okay split.
Yeah, like it could replace the what's his name, Gomamon's baby.
Bukamon.
Bukamon,
yeah, it's like your 5th egg.
Yeah, this could be like your 5th egg over Bukamon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's not better than Upamon, so I definitely think like the blue source strip decks moving forward, they'll just keep the Upamons, and then this will probably be their 5th.
Upamon is like a goated egg.
Yeah.
Like the card's crazy.
So moving on, BBmon for yellow. I'm not that familiar with the new yellow deck with the God, what's his name? The new yellow level 6. We'll get to him eventually, but the Dynasmon. So I'm not sure if this is good in the Dynasmon deck or the Pulsemon's Mega. I don't know the name of it either.
Kazuchimon, the one out of set 7.
Yeah, or isn't he in this set also?
I don't think Pulsemon's Mega's in the set. I'm pretty sure it's set 7.
Oh, okay.
But basically, like the gimmick of like the new yellow cards is like staying at exactly 3 security.
Right.
So like the Pulsemon from this set gives you jamming. If you have exactly 3 security, BBmon gives you plus 1 memory, which on paper plus 1 memory is like a broken effect for an egg.
Right.
That's like an amazing effect. But just you need to be at exactly 3, right? So I think, I don't know, Dynasmon definitely helps with that because like you basically get to stall like at 3, right? You get recovery once per turn if you're at 3 or less. And then like you have cards like Anjuamon that like unloads your hand when you're 3 or less. You have Blinding Ray, so you can control that. Or Greymon's always been a really good card. So I feel like this egg is like really good in its own specific deck.
Right.
But outside of that, maybe not so much.
Yeah, just not. With the deck it's built around, yeah, but like universally for like other yellow decks, maybe not as much.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't play this in like Shine Greymon or Nightmon.
Right. So moving on to the green one, Pinamon, I actually like a lot. It's the once per turn when attacking, if it's opponent's Digimon, trigger draw a card. Moving forward, I don't think the green Digiburst deck, which I'm a big fan of. That's what both me and Levi took to get our local store championship win, and our Nats invites with was the green OTK. But I don't know if that green Digiburst deck is going to be like as relevant moving forward. So I do like this as an option, just more draw power for green, because they do evolve a lot for cheaper, but like they don't have that much draw power
Yeah,
TBH.
exactly. Yeah, I think especially because there's a lot of cards that just want to run over your opponent's stuff. I mean,
Right.
we've seen success with stuff like Hercules, Kabuterimon, right? And, you know, you got stuff like Eosmon to, you know, pierce over your opponent's Digimon.
Right.
And then, especially in set 6 and 7, when you get, like, the hybrid stuff that can, like, suspend your opponent's stuff during your turn and, like, attack over them, I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah, so I definitely think it'll be good. So next, Pagumon, the black one, is an insane card. That is, like,
yeah, those cards are
crazy. It's a crazy egg. It's honestly probably not the best like egg in the game, but it's one of the best eggs in the game.
Yeah. This egg I will for sure be picking up the box topper of. Yeah, on deletion, just being able to reveal the top card of your deck, add it to your hand if it's a black Digimon, otherwise put it to the bottom.
I do have a Spice D-Brigade list. Once this set comes out, it's actually pretty good and does involve this card. So moving on to purple, it has the Sistermon, your turn once per turn when you trash a card in your hand using one of your unfixed trigger, draw one. Is that better than Demi-Meramon? I don't think so.
I don't think it's better than Demi-Meramon. It's the same thing with like Upamon, where like they already shot themselves in the foot by making like the best egg in like set 1, right? Demi-Meramon, like unless they just make an egg that's like draw 2, discard 1 or something, I don't think like you'll get a better purple egg. But I do think this card is good as a 5th egg, or maybe as like a 3-2 split or something, because it's really good with obviously like Tidamon, Lady Devimon.
And then set 7, the Eosmon stuff.
Exactly, yeah. So I think it's really solid.
Alright, so that's going to wrap up the eggs. So move on, we got the red cards. So the Agumon, I think, super good. Definitely for the Bonds of Bravery, which I'm so used to calling Bonds of Courage, but the Bonds of Bravery deck.
I am too, bro. Strong we all.
So, this Agumon definitely really good. Even though I do think the Gabumon, that is the counterpart of this Agumon, is definitely better than this Agumon. But this Agumon is still a solid card. And the alternate art, just absolutely love it. It's so cute.
Oh my god, it's so cute, yeah.
And so we got the Shoutmon that has inheritable when attacking once per turn if it has Blitz. Draw one. I do like it because it says when attacking if it has Blitz, not attacking with Blitz, because some of the Shoutmon cards do specify, say, attacking with Blitz. So
I like it that it's just like another name you can search on the BT5 Shoutmon too.
Yeah. So we definitely add more consistency to the Blitz and the Shoutmon deck. So moving on, Huckmon. People are going to be tired of seeing this card.
This card is insane.
This is like
the whole evolution line's busted.
Oh, it is. Like this is like the best on play red rookie in the game. Like it's on play crack the top 5 add.
Yeah, exactly. Reveal 5, add 2, and it searches from 3 different
Right.
categories.
Huckmon, Jesmon, Sistermon, just craziness.
Exactly. You can search himself, you can search any level that you need, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
See, this is what Kotemon for the Lord Nightmon deck wanted to be. Alright, so moving on, we got the Flamemon. So in B27, it is all about hybrids, so I definitely recommend you guys pick up this Flamemon, and when we get down to it, the what's the blue one called? The blues?
Strawbymon.
Yeah, Strawbymon. Yep. So definitely BT7, the Tamer hybrid stuff. It's all crazy, so definitely want to pick these up.
I think this stuff will be okay in this format. It'll really have its time to shine next.
Oh yeah, like it's got some like crazy stuff. So moving on to the level 4s, we got Battle Huckmon. Like I said, the Huckmon stuff, the Jesmon deck's crazy. It's going to be one of the 3 best decks within the format. The other 2 being what's it called? The security control deck, the 3 musketeers, and then the gabubon deck. Those are going to be your 3 best decks of the format.
Really, really powerful. Can I just say that the fact that this card lets you delete a 5,000 or lower is such an insane threshold. I don't know why they decided like 5k was fine. That's so crazy. That kills every 1-cost blocker.
Right, and so that changes like deck building perspectives. Like moving forward, do you want the 1 to evolve is going to be cheaper on your blockers, but you might want to have the 2 that have the 6k DP, so that way they aren't deleted by the Battle Huckmon, you know. But up next, the Deltamon. This is new level 4s that have 7,000 DP. I actually really like these cards.
The vanillas with high attack?
Yeah, the 2 to evolve, they got the 7,000 DP. So if you have this Deltamon with like starter deck Agumon and the new what's his name, the Demi-Meramon, he's pushing
that's like
9,000. That's 9,000 on a level 4. Like that's
pretty big. Yeah,
that's pretty big. So I definitely like these cards. No Purple also has one that I believe I saw in one of your deck profiles that you were playing with.
The name escapes me.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
So moving on, we do got the Mega Digimon. It's the new level 5. It's your turn. This Digimon is also treated as black. It can evolve on top of black as well. It's okay. Like, that's about it.
I think it's cool that they're giving like red-black more support. Like you can play red-black mixed decks because you also have this guy and then the Gigadramon,
Right.
which is the other one. But I don't know. Yeah, I think the other one's better for other reasons,
Right.
like just because you can play with Craniumon and it's really
Well,
insane.
and also in the EXO1 Classic Collection, we are getting the Machine Dramon deck, and this is a cyborg that it can be put under to get that plus 2,000 DP.
Yeah.
But I mean that's cool. And in set 8 we got some more like red black split stuff, but I just think they got better options instead of this Mega Dramon.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the other level 5, we got a Sistermon who's when Digivolve had Blitz on the level 5. It's okay. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's also okay. I mean, like you said, if you've got the other dudes underneath it, it's 10,000 blitz. Like at that point, like I don't know. Yeah, I would just rather go and like wait a turn and go into Zeke or something.
right. I'd rather have a different, Blitzer or like a level 5 that's doing something,
Maybe it's like a 1-up or something just to be able to search a level 5 off Shoutmon. That might be kind of cool.
Yeah, but you can also add the
Omni-Shout.
Dominant Shout, yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. And then we got the Savior Huckmon. When Digivolve, play one Sistermon, its name, without paying its memory cost, and inheritable when attacking once per turn. If you have a Digimon with Sistermon in play, unsuspend this Digimon. These are the cards that make Jesmon absolutely disgusting.
Especially the second effect, like the inherited, is like absolutely disgusting. Being able to attack twice, checking multiple security cards
with
and then
piercing,
effect, like play multiple Sistermons is
disgusting. Disgusting card. So Jesmon, we've been talking about him a bunch. It says when attacking, you may play one Digimon with Sistermon from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost. Your turn once per turn. When you play another Digimon, this Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP piercing. So you'll play Sistermons. We'll get to them later on, but they're absolutely crazy effects. And then you have the Savior Huckmon. If you play Digimon with Sistermon, it unsuspends itself. He has piercing. He'll be at base 14,000 DP, attacking over most things within the format. And if you got like the starter Greymon, he's gonna be able to check multiple securities with each piercing, and he's just absolutely disgusting card.
Plus, you can play cards like Delicate Plan and Judgment of the Blade to attack unsuspended Digimon or check security without worrying about option cards.
I'm gonna go on, and I don't know if it's spoilers, but I'm gonna be playing Jesmon and Nats. I'm just gonna go and throw that out there.
Can't wait to see the list.
Alright, so moving on, we got Magna-Kidmon. This is one of the 3 Musketeers, and unfortunately, he's probably the worst out of the lot.
I would also agree that he's the weakest of the 3 Musketeers. I think he still does have his utility.
He does.
Just having a security attack +1 like Digimon kind of puts pressure on your opponent. But the effect is definitely like weaker than like Gundramon or Bellstar.
And so he's got security attack +1, and then when Digivolve, you may play one option card with memory cost of 7 or less from your hand without paying its memory cost. Then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 or less DP. Like it's like, don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's oh, and that's when Digivolve too. Oh my.
Right, it's one Digivolve, and like, but the thing is with this deck, you want to have all of your option cards in your trash.
Right.
If you have them in hand, it's fine, but like Bellstar is just better in every way because you get to add it to hand and then activate it.
Right.
Right.
So Bellstar and the Gundramon definitely better cards, but you might want to have like yourself at least 1 or 2 in case you do want to play it.
Cool, like 1 or 2 of them.
Right. So a card I know both of us are excited about because we are both Greymon Tribal diehards, the red best deck. We got Agumon Bond of Bravery. I want to say Courage, but it's Bond of Bravery. When attacking, if you have a Tamer play, delete when your opponent's Digimon 13,000 DP or less. Your turn once per turn. When the opponent's Digimon is deleted, trash top card of the security. Disgusting.
So, yeah, I think it's disgusting. Now, unfortunately, just because of like the way that you build the decks, I think Gabubon is a little bit better.
Yeah.
However, being able to just kill a level 6 or lower, and I mean potentially a level 7 if it's like a Sword Defeater and Millie.
Right.
Not that you want to kill them, but anyway. So like being able to kill a Digimon when you attack is just insane. He's 14,000. Redo Evolve, which is really nice. So like you can have your 6 on field and then just Digivolve this without passing turn, and then you'll basically always check like 2 security cards when attacking if you're attacking security, because you'll attack and then kill something trash and then attack for the remaining security, and then if you have the Agumon or anything, you get security attack +1. So I think it's overall really great.
Right. And Like my biggest like complaint about this Agumon is we have all this Greymon support, and he's just not a Greymon, and that's just that's my only complaint about it. But I've seen some crazy lists. I've seen some that are like kind of like security control like focus. They're playing like 4 Gaia Force, like 4 of all these like crazy red kill spells, and just they're trying to play like the Gabubon, where it's kind of more like a rookie rush style, and they just have these that come in the late game. So that's going to wrap up our red cards, but moving on, we do got the Gabumon for the Gabumon deck. It's very similar to the Agumon we spoke about earlier. This is all turns. Once per turn, when you play a Tamer with Matt Ishida in its name, gain 1 memory. Inheritable once per turn. When attacking, if this Digimon is Gabumon Bond of Friendship, you may unsuspend it. That's the inheritable of it right there. That makes that deck really crazy because the Gabumon, or the Gabumon Bond of Friendship, once we get to it, you'll see like he'll be able to unsuspend himself multiple times. When he attacks, he spins stuff back to the bottom of the deck. He's just absolutely disgusting card.
Right, especially with this Gabumon, you get basically 3 attacks, and then if you have a team round, then bottom decking 3, 5 or lower is pretty insane.
Yeah, no, the card is really good. And the alternate art's also super cute.
Oh, gorgeous.
So Gizamon, I actually don't think I've ever seen this card before in my life. Inheritable, your turn while your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards in play, it gets plus 2k. So is that not one with none, like a lot of others say, like if you're attacking, like Upamon says when attacking, if your opponent has a Digimon with no evolution sources, you draw a card, but this one says while your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, so I'm guessing that means all of them have to have none, it gets plus 2k?
Either all of them have to have no sources, or your opponent has to have no Digimon on field.
Right, there's better blue rookies than that.
Right, I think the plus 2000 is cool, I just don't like in the Azulongmon Hexablow specific deck, I think it's solid, but like aside from that,
right,
you can't really play it in something that's not a
Sword Strip.
Yeah.
Alright, so move on. We do have the Modoki Betamon, which is your opponent can't gain memory except with Tamer effects. We've seen these Floodgate Digimon for other colors, like there's the Terramon for green and the Chumon for black. And the Godzimon for purple as well. So yeah, so it's definitely good cards. We've seen this card before in other colors, but it's cool that blue finally gets one. And then we also have these Strabimon we spoke about earlier with the Flamemon. Definitely pick them up for the following set. So moving on, we got the level 4s and 5s. So there's the Octomon, which is blue's equivalent of the Deltamon, which is the 2 evolve level 4 with the 7k DP. Like I said earlier, pretty good cards. Then we got the Mojimon. This is your turn while your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards in play. This Digimon gains jamming. It's interesting. And then when attacking, trash one Digivolution card from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. I think that's a pretty solid card for the Sword Strip deck.
Yeah, I was like, if you want to play level 4 jamming, you could just like Frigimon just inherently has jamming. I don't think Spark's good. Like,
right.
Even within its own deck, I don't know if you would play this card.
It has that same thing where it says if your opponent has Digimon with no Digimon with Digivolutions, like the Gizamon.
That's kind of like the theme of like the new blue support.
Yeah, they want you to make sure they have done and stay that way. All right, so we got this Ice Leomon here, this Pangiyomon. When attacking, once per turn, gain a memory. Ooh, at 3 evolve, level 5. Okay, I thought he was a level 4 for a bit.
I think it's fine. I think it's solid.
It's pretty solid.
Gaining memory is never a bad thing.
Yeah, when attacking, let's see. So we got Dragomon. Is that the guy who was it Adventure 02? Kairi went to the Dark Ocean and she saw this guy. Is this him?
Bro, I honestly don't even know because it's been so long since I've seen that series. It'd be insane if you were correct about that.
I watched it like last year, so that's why it's somewhat fresh in my mind. So when Digimon return when your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon with no evolution sources to owner's hand? I don't think that's that great.
It's a little fun. Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't play it. I would play the Majiramon though, and that's the Azulongmon's level 5.
Oh, yeah, this guy's amazing.
Yeah, so when Digivolve trash one Digivolution card from the top of when your opponent's Digimon has the inheritable when attacking once per turn. If your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards in play, unsuspend this Digimon. So that's not only going to be good with the Azulongmon, but also for the Hexablaumon, who has that security attack plus. No, he doesn't have security attack plus when he has jamming, but this will be able to unsuspend him, yeah.
Yep. Azulongmon's the one that gets security type.
Yeah, I was just thinking it had the Chris Pelgermon from the.
I mean, yeah.
But I'm like, he can't have the Chris Pelgermon and the Magiromon.
I mean, unless you're doing some crazy shenanigans, I don't know.
I love I love shenanigans. Pokemon. Actually, I don't think I've seen this one.
Card.
Digiburst 2. This Digimon can't be blocked. Trash. Moving on.
Yeah.
Let's see, Azulongmon. We've spoken about this card several times. It says when Digivolve, trash one Digivolution cards from the bottom of all your opponent's Digimon, then gain one memory for each of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. Your turn for each Digimon with no Digivolution cards your opponent has. This Digimon gains security attack +1. Definitely helps out that Source Strip deck like we're talking about with the Hexablaumon. This is just more. It's really aggressive, and you can be able to gain back. Remember, I've seen some like gameplay of this card where they basically evolved it for free because they were just able to remove one evolution source from all the opponent's Digimon, and that's gain security attack +1 for each one with no evolution sources.
Yeah, especially because if you got Magiromon as well, you can unsuspend and check potentially like their whole stack. So I think it's a really good finisher card, a really good aggressive option. For
Definitely like it. So. Gabubon, Bond of Friendship. When attacking once per turn, if you have a Tamer in play, you may unsuspend this Digimon. Jesus Christ, that card's insane. So
already insane.
Already insane. Okay, already a 14,000 DP attacking twice. Just that's good enough as it is. But it says when attacking, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the bottom of its owner's deck.
Not once per turn.
Not once per turn. And like we said earlier, he can do that twice just by him attacking with the Gabumon. We talked about earlier, he can unsuspend himself for the third time. My bad, the second time, make him attacking 3 times. So, card's nuts.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely insane. The other crazy thing is that when we get to the Tamers, you can see that like they have effects that let you warp straight into a Gabubon from like the level 3. So
right.
It's insane.
So that's going to wrap up our blue cards. For yellow, we got Tinkermon. I see some more Peter Tinker combos coming. On deletion.
Never anyone playing those combos, bro.
On deletion, when your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1. Never mind. We're playing vanilla Tinkermon. Tapermon. Your turn once per turn. When a card is removed from your security attack trigger, draw 1. Alright, you're a local yellow player. You don't touch yellow, so is this Tapermon worth playing?
I think if you're playing TK or if you're playing Dynasmon especially or Mastamon or something, I think it's pretty solid. It's not like, I mean, drawing cards are nice. It feels like gain a memory or something, which the Wizardmon does. I think that's way better, but it's pretty good.
I got you. Then we have the Pulsemon. That's not the promo Pulsemon. It's a new one. It says on play you may trash cards from the top of your security and until there are 3 left. Gain 1 memory for each security card trashed. And then heritable, it says your turn while you have 3 security cards, this Digimon gets jamming.
So the first effect I think is like really, really risky. I don't even like. I feel like Blinding Ray is just the better way to go.
Right.
I mean, maybe if you played off like a Lord Nightmon or something, but the Inherited I think is pretty solid.
Yeah.
If you're playing it specifically in your Dynasmon or Greymon deck or whatever, where you can confidently stay 3 security. I mean, or Greymon attacking twice with jamming, I think is what you can say.
Yeah, that's pretty good, but I don't know, it's on play, trash. So, like, okay, let's say you got TK up, you got 5 security. Play him, you'll recover 2, so you'll be at, 2 memory?
Yeah, right. So, like, if you play him for 3, you'll basically gain 1 memory for each card trashed. So you'll go to 3 security, and then you'll go to 2 memory.
Right.
It's
so
not even. I don't know.
Right.
I wouldn't do that.
So he's a 1 cost to play rookie. Cool.
Yeah. Not against Gabubon. No.
Right. You're just like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna do this, trash 2 of my security for this Pulsemon, and then evolve once in turn. Just.
Yeah, and then turn. Yeah, cool.
Cool. Wizardmon. Your turn once per turn when a card is removed from your security stack, gain 1 memory. Yeah, I feel like that would be better on a rookie opposed to like level 4 that's not doing anything else. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not familiar enough with the yellow deck that's trying to the Dynasmon try to keep right at 3 security. So it might be a good card. I could be wrong.
I think it's really solid if you're playing Dynasmon or Mastamon. because it makes both of those cards 3 evolution costs effectively.
Right.
So I think that's very valuable.
That's fair. So yeah, I wasn't thinking about stuff like that. So yeah, there's a. Is Dynasmon 4 to evolve?
Or Dynasmon's 4 to evolve, yeah.
Oof. Alright, so Beluchimon. On play, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, trigger draw 2. I don't think that would be played.
Yeah. I think, like, I wouldn't hard play for man, and if you brought it back off like a Musketeers, there's just better targets. I probably.
Right.
I mean, maybe it's the one of. I don't know if I play it.
Right. Then we got the Mimicmon. On play, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, gain 2 memory. I like to say, if you could play that off like Mastimon, that's pretty good.
Off of Mastimon, this is insane. Yeah, I think this is really good. Especially if you got like Akari as well, you're gaining like 3 memory.
Yeah, and if you got like the Wizardmon, like under the Mastimon, and then you trash to bring this back.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think Mimicmon is really insane. I think that's quite really good.
That's a good. The Bulkmon. Your turn while you have 3 or fewer security. This Digimon gets security tech +1. I guess that's meant to go on top of the Pulsemon, so it'll be security tech +1 jamming. But I'm not sold on it.
Yeah, I'm not sold on it either. Maybe if you had like more options, but like trashing 2 security just to get a security attack +1 champion. I don't know.
Right.
That doesn't seem that amazing to me.
You're like, I got some red cards that'll do that without trashing security.
right, yeah.
8mon is the same to evolve. 8k. Wait, 8k? Did the others have 8k?
The other 2 are 7,000. I don't know why he's 8.
What? Hold on, that's actually that's that's a lot better.
Yeah, 8,000 is actually getting kind of crazy. At that point, you can run over a lot of level 5s.
Right. So yeah, no, that's a good card. I like that card. Mammothmon, all turns while you have 3 or fewer securities, so Digimon gets +1k. And it's a level 5. Okay, your level 5 has to do something other than inherit bull.
Yeah, exactly.
Mistymon. Ooh, there's new Mistymon. Looks just like Dark Magician, I swear.
He looks like an Endymion card.
Yeah, he does. He does. So Mistymon, your turn once per turn when a card is removed from your security stack. When your opponent's Digimon gets smashed, that card's garbage.
I think it's I don't think it's like that great. I don't know what scenario it would be like amazing.
It's
like,
just
imagine you like go to a Mastamon or Dynasmon. Like what does an extra 2,000 do?
And yellow just has better level 5s.
Yeah, yellow has so many good level 5s that are like not Mistymon. Like Ride Greymon, Angelmon.
Right.
You get War Growlmon. Like there's way more others that rather.
So Man of Coremon, when attacking, you may trash top card of your security. Have when your opponent's Digimon get -5,000 DP for the turn. 7k DP.
I think it can be kind of cheap. Like,
yeah.
Imagine like your opponent has like a suspended level 6 and like it's like 11,000. You boost them down to like 6 and run over it. I think it can be kind of cheeky.
Yeah.
I definitely think his option card is way better than like himself.
But there's this card, and then there's also like War Growlmon, who in that same situation you just said, he can do the same thing. You know. Yeah. So, but we got Babamon. That's a cute grandma right here. On deletion, you may play one Rosemon or up to, what's that, 2 or 3? 2 yellow level 3 Digimon cards from your hand without paying their cost. Why Rosemon? That's she can evolve from yellow green.
Like the lore behind it goes is like Babamon. It used to be a Rosemon. Like she just got old and like became Babamon.
I didn't know. That's pretty cool. That's interesting. So Skull Mammothmon, if I remember, he's pretty good. It's got Skull Greymon in the art. I love it. He's got a blocker. Ooh, 11,000 blocker. Looking like Machinedramon. All turns while you have 3 or fewer security, this Digimon gets +2,000. They are a lot better level 6 yellow Digimon.
Best case scenario, he's a 13,000 blocker. Like, I mean, it's kind of cool, but like, I don't know if you actually ever play.
I would like to introduce crazy yellow level 6s like Lord Nightmon and War Greymon and slash Angemon. You know what? We're taking Skull Mammothmon the Nats. Let's do it. Dynasmon. Alright, we spoke about you a couple times. I really like the alternate art for Dynasmon. It looks cool.
I think the alternate looks sick, yeah.
When Digivolve, you may trash top card of your security stack to reveal the top 6 cards. 6 is a random number. Usually it's 3 or 5.
It's weird, but it's a lot.
Alright, add up the 2 level 6 or lower Digimon cards among them to your hand. Trash your main cards. I really like that. Because it's not like, you could add any 2 level 6 or lower Digimon.
Yeah, it's any 2 level 6 or lower, regardless of color or anything else.
Right, because like most of them specify whether it be a type or a name.
Exactly.
Then all turns, once per turn, when a card is removed from your security stack, if you have 3 or fewer security, trigger recovery +1. Really good. I like it.
I think it's really cool, especially because you can trigger it on your turn as well. So like, if you play a TK and like you're removing a card and you get recovery +1 from TK, you'll get another recovery from Dynasmon if you're at 3.
I like it.
So just being able to perpetually like stall and be at 3 is really cool. And I think this card will only get better with time because as we get more mixed color support, and you can put this in like a purple deck or something or a blue deck, and then you just get to search like
or a red deck.
Your deck is pretty insane.
Because we're also getting the red-yellow mix too.
Exactly, yeah.
Let me add any kind of Greymon off this guy.
Oh, dude, hold up. I didn't even think of that. We might have to put together a list. That's kind of neat.
Red, yellow, Dynasmon, Greymon. I like it. Alright, so that's going to be our yellow card. So green, our first rookie, Bakumon. One tag if you have 2 or more unsuspended Digimon, or, yeah, suspended Digimon game one memory. I don't think that's that great.
Honestly, I don't really think any of the green cards in this set are like good at all. I mean, there's like a couple.
There's a couple, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Pomumon, I think it's got cool art. It's got little Agumon running. 315. Actually,
maybe in Rookie Rush because it's 5,000, but you'd rather just play the 2-drop 5,000.
Right. Morphomons for the God, what's it called? Eosmon deck. That's basically gonna be the new Diaboromon deck, so no one's gonna play.
Like there's no tomorrow.
Okay, so this one right here, the 3/2, the Parasauromon, that is a good card.
I think it's really solid. Being a 3-play card, it's basically a Repamon, right? Right. And I think this will also only get better with time, especially when we get the Imperial Dramon stuff.
Yep.
It's a really nice level 4 that you can just play from there.
And same with this one, the Arboromon. It's the Gunimon. It's the Gunimon for green, the Lobomon for green. So we're getting the hybrid stuff next up. We talked about this a lot. You'll just need these cards.
But why is he sitting like that though? He does not look menacing at all.
He does not. I don't get it. He's like, wait, is that a Cherrymon and his art behind him? It is.
Oh, it is. I didn't even notice that. Good catch.
Yo, Cherrymon, he kind of creeping too.
He is kind of creeping.
He's like, what you doing up there, Arboromon? Alright, so we got Petaldragon. I've never seen this card in my life. You may Digiball this card for your hand on 2 when you're green Tamers. Okay. We got another one. He's got Piercing.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid. I mean, the 3-play evolution cost obviously like kind of sucks, but like just having a green hybrid with a piercing, 7,000.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. I think it's probably better than like Burning Greymon and Kenogurumon. Like those cards like are not played at all. This one, you might see some play.
Right. Teropiamon, level 5. When attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 or less DP. No, thank you. Green's got way better level 5s than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's not really a reason to play that over 5
or the downloaders, anything.
Exactly, yeah.
Entmon, your turn once per turn with Digimon deletes opponent Digimon by battle survives, unsuspended.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got better level 5s. Ooh, Eldradimon. Security attack +1. Opponent's turn, your opponent's effects cannot reduce this Digimon's DP. Hello, yellow DP reducing hate. Now that we're out, now that we're outside of a yellow DP.
It's a really cool tech, and then of course being able to go aggressive is really nice. I feel like this card just came like one format too.
Yeah, like where were you during Shine Greymon?
Shine Greymon, or like even during Battle of Omni format, I feel like this card would have been really insane.
Right. Ancient Troymon, I'm kind of mixed on it, TBH.
I think the card's kind of terrible. I think it's like the worst ancient.
Opponent's turn, when opponent's Digimon attacks, suspend up 2 of the Digimon with blocker. On deletion, you may play one green. If I'm paying 5 to evolve, I'd rather be Nidhogg and just like wipe their board.
It's cool. You could play it in tandem with Nidhogg because you can suspend 2 things, and then like if you have the resource to go into Nidhogg, you can do that and wipe their board. But like,
it's
I don't think it's good.
We're moving on from that. Alright, Junkmon, I love that name. Undeletion, gain to memory. That's pretty solid. I like it. That's the blue Gomamon. And then Chikurumon, I really like it. Security.
Yeah, I think this card is bananas. I think this card is so great.
Security.
Just having that option in security, that's a rookie that you just get rid of any problematic level 6. Hey, say goodbye to your Jessamon or your Millenniumon or your Valdorm or anything. Like it's so
definitely. And also I've seen the security control list playing this card as well. Just another option for them as well. Alright, so we got another toy Agumon. All turns well as Digimon has blocker gates plus 1000 DP. It is for black blockers, which isn't the best version of black.
Within that deck, I think it's solid.
Yeah,
all turns is really cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
So it's another good rookie for the black blockers deck, but we definitely got like better black cards within this. You know, we're gonna have the black what's it called? The Alphamon and the Genkumon, they're the Royal Knights, the Black Royal Knights deck. And this just isn't that kind of playstyle, but he's alright.
Yep, lots of uses.
Yeah. Alright, Nanimon, the man himself.
So funny.
Security at the end of the battle, play this card without paying its memory cost. Hey, I didn't know we had that. I mean,
I think
that's
having
okay.
that effect and the fact that he's a 3 play cost from hand is pretty. I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would play this in, but I don't think it's a terrible card. Obviously, the 2000 DP like sucks, but.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's weak.
Okay, so we got Mockmon, who has the new keyword decoy, which is basically blockers for deletion effects. One of your other black Digimon would be deleted by an opponent's effect. You may delete this Digimon to prevent it. So I guess good against like security control decks, you know. So your good Digimon don't get destroyed. I just love in the background there's the Agumon and the little Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's adorable, dude. I love that. Yeah, I think this card's really fantastic. I think the decoy ability is really, really cool and it helps black like do stuff and they don't just lose to like a singular Gaia Force or Wyvern's Breath or something like you said. So like if you're going into your Genkumon or Alphamon plays and you have one of these on board, at least you've got another like a body to eat up a hit.
Right.
You know?
So moving on, we got Deputymon, who is the second card out of the Three Musketeers deck that we get to take a look at. He's got the on-play reveal top 4 cards of your deck. Add one Digimon card with 3 Musketeers in its type, and one option card with memory cost of 7 among them to hand. Trash remaining cards. And then your turn, he is able to warp into any of the 3 Musketeers for evolution cost of 6.
I think this card's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I really, really love the 3 Musketeers deck. I've been testing it out a lot, and this card just does everything you want it to. It helps you get out your boss monsters, searches your option cards and your other monsters, and overall no complaints.
And then it also like fills your trash, so that way later on like you can be able to play the Beelstar for cheaper. Yeah, really good card. So we got the Gigadramon is the opposite of the Megadramon that we looked at earlier. Literally the exact same card, but black.
But reverse, yeah. And then he has the opponent's turn game 2000. I think this card's really cool.
I
think especially because you can play it like so. Hear me out, right?
Right.
On paper, like it doesn't seem that good, but in certain matchups, if you've got this and a Craniumon that's a 14,000 blocker versus a Gabubon deck, they have to crash into it.
Right.
And if they do that, or if you got like another 1,000 boost on it, like maybe from a Tie Tamer, that's 15,000. I think 2,000 during your opponent's turn is really nice, especially against that deck or against yellow too. Have a hard time reducing your opponent's, or having your opponent have a hard time reducing your stuff.
Right, or having the.
I'm a big fan of this part.
Right, or the promo Caramon that has the inheritable during your opponent's turn and gets plus 1,000.
Right, that one too. I forgot about that card. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm not looking for. Hold on, and didn't the Toy Agumon all turns? Yeah.
If it has blocker, oh, there you go,
yep.
Bro. The 16,000, 17,000 blocker, exactly.
That's disgusting.
I think those effects are a little bit underrated.
Yeah.
I think DP gaining during your opponent's turn is pretty solid.
I can agree. So the Volcanomon, he just got this gorgeous art. It's
so funny, dude. I love the artwork where like they're playing the card game.
Right.
Like this one and the Delicate plane.
Yeah, because in the Delicate plane it's War Greymon and Black War Greymon, and this one's Agumon and Black Agumon.
Yep.
We got the inheritable. Your turn while this Digimon has, while your opponent has an unsuspended Digimon in play, this Digimon getting secure tech +1. I mean, relying on your opponent to have a suspended Digimon is actually, hold on. In the background of this card, there's War Greymon and Black War Greymon.
Dude, I did not even see that. You were really on point with catching this. I did not even notice that. I've been playing this card for like months. I didn't even know.
So you know, like Delicate playing, like I said earlier, they're playing, but now they're watching. Oh, I love it. I just.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I think this card is really great in tandem with something like Genkumon, because Genkumon already he has the same exact effect, right? He gains security attack +1 if your opponent has not suspended Digimon. That might seem like it's a lot to ask for, but most times people have to commit something to the field.
Right.
So if they don't, well then, I mean that's fine. You still attack with a 12,000 monster, and if they do, well you're checking 3 cards.
Right.
So I think this card helps you put a lot of pressure on your opponent, and especially in a black deck, right?
Right.
If it was red, I'd be like, this card's not that great. But in a black deck,
see, I didn't know that the Genkumon had that effect as well, so it's definitely changes.
exactly. So you can stack it, so it becomes like really, really hard to deal with.
Right. So the next couple cards, we got the big Mamamon and the regular Mamamon, Mamimon. Who knows, Mamimon.
Yeah.
They're not great, but we are eventually going to be getting like the Mamimon deck. Especially in the alternate art, you can see of it. It's got all the different versions of the Mamimon. Yeah, and so the Bancho Mamimon was revealed for set 8.
Set 8, yeah.
And are you familiar with the anime manga series JoJo Bizarre Adventure?
I am. I absolutely love JoJo.
Oh, okay. So
he looks like JoJo.
he looks just like JoJo. He's got the missing hair part in the back too. So whenever they revealed the card, because me and my partner, we've been watching through JoJo's. It's their first time. It's like my billionth time watching through it. And whenever I saw this card revealed, I like showed them. I was like, "Who does this look like?" And they're like, "That's JoJo." I'm like, I have to play this deck. So whether these cards are great or not, who cares? I need them just so I can play the JoJo deck.
Yeah, I think now Big Mamimon. I don't know about that card. I think regular Mamimon, again, the decoy ability is solid. He also has the extra effect of on deletion delete something with a 7 cost or lower. So
really
being able to eat up a hit and kill something, I think it's pretty decent. I think it's pretty good.
I like it. So be looking forward for that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Mamamon deck coming in.
Gotta get the whole card.
Gotta get the alt art. So we got the Gundramon. He's a blocker. This is another one of the 3 Musketeers cards. He's got blocker. When Digivolve reveal top 5 cards of your deck, you may add 1 option card with a memory cost of 7 among them to your hand. Add trash from main cards. What else he do? And then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with play cost of 4 or less.
That's if you don't use an option.
Right, and really it's just that blocker on him.
Yeah, I think this card's really solid.
Yeah.
It's definitely no Bellstarmon.
Right.
But one, being a blocker is really good just in this format.
Mm-hmm.
But also just being able to trash the top 5 at the very least. But best case scenario, you hit like a Gilwall Schwarmer or a Nailbone or a Trump Sword or something. So
these disgusting option cards that we get to talk about here in the future. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So
he's
definitely. I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah, so he's definitely really good within it. So moving on, we got the Pile Volkmon. He's got reboot. Opponent's turn, once per turn. When one of your Digimon is deleted, trigger de-digivolve 1 on one of your opponent's Digimon. I don't think that's great.
I think it's a cool card. I think it's a cool form of interruption. I like the artwork. I don't think it's that great of a card, though.
Right. We got the Metal Edamon on it.
Right. Oh, yeah. He about to get pile drive.
I think Genkumon is one of the Black Rule Knight cards that we talked about, and I really like how he's got the Hookmon behind him.
Dude, that looks so sick, yeah.
So when Digivolve, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Disgusting. Because if your opponent has, let's say, like 3 Digimon out, they got a play cost of 6, they're all getting deleted.
Or if they only have 1 Digimon that's like a level 6 or 7, that's getting deleted.
Yep.
So it becomes a Gaia Force.
Yep. The Gaia Force that's only 4, I'll take it.
Yeah, with a security attack +1 effect. Yeah, I think this card's absolutely disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of the best cards in the set, I think.
Yeah, and like you said, he's got that security attack +1 if your opponent has an unsuspended Digimon, and that other card we were talking about earlier, was it just Volkmon?
It was Volcanomon, yeah.
Yeah. And he's got the alternate art with the Jesmon, so obviously it is sick. Alright, so Impmon, another one of the 3 Musketeer cards. On play, you may trash 1 card in your hand. If you do, return 1 Digimon with 7 Great Demon Lords or 3 Musketeers in type from your trash to your hand. So this can also add Eosmon. Yep.
Yep.
And so, are we going to be seeing Eosmon making a comeback with this new Impmon?
I think it might be a cool like one-up in the deck, especially because your trash gets pretty big at times.
Right.
You can just warp into him and then go into like a Zwart or a Millie or something.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it like roaming around in a couple of lists out there. I think it's pretty decent.
But the all art for it, absolutely gorgeous. You got the Bellstarmon, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but the shadow of the Bellstarmon is what's his name? Beelzebub. Yeah.
Oh, I did not notice that at all. Maybe I'm just not looking close to these cards. I see his gun now that you mentioned that.
Yeah, he's got because you got Impmon, he's got his arm out, and his shadow is the. Yep.
Oh, dude, that's sick. That's sick.
Alright, moving on, we got Gabubon. Your turn once per turn. When you trash a card in your hand using one of your effects, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. That's about all I have to say.
Okay.
It's okay.
But the Selectmon is really good. On deletion, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Sick. I really like it.
I think it's nice.
So a lot of these new purple cards, I know you're also familiar with Digimon, not Digimon, but Yu-Gi-Oh! It gives me Dark World vibes from Yu-Gi-Oh!
I feel you, yeah, it kind of does.
And Dark Worlds was one of my favorite decks.
Oh my god, no.
Listen, it was a different time.
I like Dark World when the structure deck came out, like 2011.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I haven't played that.
Rappa Turbo.
So we got King Kakumon. When attacking, you may trash one card in your hand to delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. It's okay.
I think this one's fine. I think it's just overshadowed by Ginkakumon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's okay.
So we got the Ogremon on play. You may trash one card from your hand to delete one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon. I have seen this card see play within the.
A lot of.
Yeah, I've seen it within the Three Musketeer deck as well.
Yeah, I've seen it in Three Musketeers. I've seen it in pure purple hybrid, like basically like every purple deck.
Right.
I think it's a really solid card.
Same. And once again, we got another cute Agumon in the background with a big old plate of meat. Alright, so we got the Ginkakumon. Your turn once per turn. When you trash a card in your hand using one of your effects, gain 1 memory.
Oh, dude, this card's fantastic. I think this card's amazing.
Boogeyman, that's his name. Our 2 evolve 7k purple.
Oh, there we go.
Boogeyman. And then we got the Ginkakumon promote. So this is you're definitely gonna be seeing this a lot.
For sure.
It's got Rush, which we all know is an insane keyword. Then on play, you may place one Ginkakumon or Ginkakumon from your trash. This card's evolution cards, and in the order, if you place 2 cards with this effect, trigger, draw 1.
And memory.
And get memory.
Yep. Yeah, I think this card's insane in every sense of the word. Like Rush is already crazy. I mean, we've seen success with Rush rookies.
Yeah.
And then having Rush level 4 is pretty solid as well, especially because you can do some really crazy shenanigans with Zwart and Mega Digimon Fusion and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think Rush is crazy.
Also in the evolution sources, you can evolve on top of a level 4 for an evolution cost of 1. That's just interesting. I like to point out as well. So we got Ferrismon. It's just a vanilla, not that great. Doesn't get there's better vanillas out there. No, he's got cool art though. He's a little devil-looking guy.
Yeah.
All right, so we got dope castle. So we got Rebellymon, who I think is a really interesting card. Actually, it can evolve on top of purple and black, which is our first purple-black card that we have seen. So it says when Digivolve, you may trash one card in your hand to have this Digimon gain blocker. And retaliation, all turns this Digimon is also treated as black.
I think the blocker retaliation combo is like really, really good in this meta.
Right.
Being able to prevent your opponent from swinging with a Jesmon, or just like buying yourself a turn because they know if they attack they'll just die.
Right.
Or a Gabubon or whatever. I think it's crazy card. I think it's really good.
And because it's also treated as black and it can evolve on top of black, it can get some some of the support cards from black they were talking about earlier, potentially getting additional like DP boost during the opponent's turn from Tai or that Toy Agumon we saw or the promo Kiramon. So it might be like an even like higher DP during your opponent's turn, maybe around like 10,000 DP. So not only will it be a big blocker, it'll also have the retaliation, so your opponent might not want to attack with the smaller things as well as their bigger things. Alright, so we got Skull Greymon. I absolutely love the alternate art of this card.
Yeah, the alternate art is amazing, dude. It's
gorgeous. Got a little Ogremon in the bottom under the text.
Oh wow, dude! You were just on it. I did not notice that. I also didn't even realize he was that big. That's crazy.
Yeah, same. I didn't realize this. Like, I remember like in the show, like he was big, but like, God, that's big. When you trash this card in your hand by using one of your effects, you may place it under one of your purple Digimon at the bottom of Stitch Evolution cards. When attacking, trash one card in your hand to have it gain 3,000, and its inheritable is Retaliation. So
yeah, I think the fact that you can just trash it and put it under anything to give anything retaliation, like a level 3 or one of your blockers or whatever, I think it's very, very valuable.
Right, and we were just talking about the Rebellionmon being able to have blocker and retaliation, and yeah, definitely if you put this under one of your blockers, it's disgusting. Especially with the Titamon that we're about to get to, it just gets really crazy from there. So these next two cards, I know they work together. It's the Murmuckusmon and the Ornismon. Murmuckusmon, that just doesn't sound right. It's got Retaliation, and on deletion, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you may play one Ornismon from your hand without paying its memory cost. Ornismon is security tech +1, and on play, delete when your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon.
I think Ornismon's really solid. Yeah. I think having a Chimeramon that you don't have to kill something else for, and then it checks too, is pretty nice. I don't know about the other dude. Maybe there's some like shenanigans you could build.
Right. Yeah. Like the fact that you have to like have it in your hand and it specifically plays it from the hand instead of like hand or trash like the Megidramon for the Gallantmons. It might be better if it did that, but it's just interesting. You know, there might be some like niche things with it, but I definitely don't think they're gonna see high competitive success. You know. But Titamon on the other hand, disgusting. When Digivolve, trash one card in your hand, then you may play one purple 04 lower Digimon card from your trash without paying its memory cost. Something noted about that, it does not take away its on-play effect, where a lot of purple cards that do bring things out of the trash do specifically say they do not get their on-play effects. So you could trash something, bring back the Ogremon that we talked about earlier that has the on-play trash card to delete when your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. And you can also trash something like the Skull Greymon, and Skull Greymon's effect can put it under something to give it retaliation. So also
you can bring back something like a promote, and then it's got rush, and then you can potentially gain a memory draw card with that.
Right.
There's lots of stuff you can do.
Lots of cool combos you can do. And your turn once per turn, when you trash a card, your hand using one of your effects, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 and security attack plus 1. So he's going to be at 14, checking multiple securities, and overall, big guy. Reminds me of a red card. And the alternate art, he is just massive. I cannot tell what the two Digimon and its art are.
I want to say that's maybe Craniumon because the giant sword thing, but right. I don't think that's right.
Like some in the Digibros Discord, we had people talk about it like several different times, and like none of us could really come to like.
I think the left one might be Jesmon. Maybe I see like a cape and then the pointy feet.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it might be Jesmon, or like some people were saying it might be. Yeah, some people were saying Omnimon.
Yeah, it looks like Omnimon because I see like the Garurumon hand.
Right, and it's kind of got like little like spikes on the head, so yeah, it might be Omnimon, but I didn't realize Titamon was that big, you know. And what's up with the eyeball for a belly button, like?
No idea. I don't know. Whoever designed this Digimon.
Alright, so we got these Sistermons. We talked about them briefly with Jesmon earlier. So we got Sistermon Block. All turns while you have Digimon Huckmon or Royal Knight and its type in play, all your Digimon with Sistermon gain blocker on play trigger, draw one card. Absolutely.
I think this card's fantastic. And like it's good early game, good late game. Like you can bring it back, it still gets its effect off.
Right. On play, draw, and it gives all your Sistermons while you control a Huckmon or a Royal Knight, so it doesn't have to be Jesmon if you have something like the Blitz Omnimon that a lot of the Jesmon decks are playing, or they're playing the Gallantmon that came out of the new structure deck. If you have those on the field, they can also be blockers, not specifically Jesmon. It says Royal Knight, So there's Sistermon Blanc and the new Sistermon Seal. I know a lot of people were upset because we didn't get the Sistermon Noir, but I absolutely love the art of both seals.
Yeah, I think Seal looks awesome.
Yeah, the alternate art absolutely gorgeous. Same with the Blanc, but the regular art for Seal also looks really good as well.
bit scary, but yes, it does look pretty cool.
So Seal says all turns, all your Digimon with Huckmon in their name or Rule Knight and their types get plus 2,000 DP, making Jesmon even stronger. And on play, gain 1 memory. So you attack with Jesmon, play this, gain a memory. World is good. Unsuspend, attack, play Sistermon, block, draw a card. They both have blocker now.
Yep. Jesmon's a 16,000 with piercing, so runs over basically anything in the game.
Basically anything. Except for the new Paladin mode that got revealed today.
Oh yeah, for 16,000 level 7, baby, let's go.
So we got the Eosmon. This is the first Eosmon. Before we head to the Morphmon, this is on play. You may play 1 white Tamer card with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand without paying its memory cost. Then your opponent may play 1 Tamer card from their hand without paying its memory cost. Inheritable, when attacking, you may play 1 white Tamer card with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand without paying its memory cost. I don't think the Eosmon deck's that good, but that's me. I think
it's a good fun deck, but it's definitely not like amazing. They have a cool win condition, like the Eosmon level 6 is cool when you can get it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like it doesn't do enough.
I do think the Eosmon level 5 is cool. It has a condition you can include up to 50 copies of cards with this card's number in your deck.
I can't wait until people just start playing decks with 50.
With 50 Eosmon level 5. Huh! I wonder what I'm gonna draw. It's got the inheritable. This Digimon gets plus 1,000 DP. When attacking, you may play a level 5 or lower Eosmon from your hand. So yeah,
they should spam the field with Eosmon. That's all there is to it.
Alright, then we got level 6 Eosmon. When Digivolved, when Digivolve for each Tamer in play, you may place 1 level 5 or lower Eosmon from your trash at the top of this Digimon's evolution sources. In any order, if you place 2 or more cards with this effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. Your turn for every 3 Digivolution cards that Digimon has against secure attack plus 1. Like, it's cool. It's cute. It's cute. I just don't think it's that great.
If the stars align and you can get all of the conditions correct, like if you're you have enough Tamers and you have enough dudes in trash, like it's a Gaia Force for 5. That's pretty cool. But like you said, I don't think the deck is particularly.
All right. So I'm looking at the alternate art, right? Tell me why under the evolution sources, right? You got Lucario there.
It's not Lucario, bro.
Tell me it doesn't look like. Tell me it doesn't. But tell me it doesn't look like Lucario.
It kind of looks like Mega Lucario.
Yep. I just scrolled down and I saw that. I was like, is that Lucario? Alright, so moving on to our 2 secret rares. We got Alphamon. I know a ton of people are absolutely hyped to see the Alphamon. A lot of fan favorites. He's also a really good card. So he's got security. At the end of the battle, add this card to your hand. Then if a Digimon with Roll Knight or X anybody in its type is in play, up to 12 of your opponent's Digimon can't attack players for the turn. 12 is such a random number.
So the reason why it's 12
is there's the 12 Roll Knights.
Yeah, there's 12 aside from him. So it took me a second to get that. I think it's a cool reference, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just
basically all of them.
Unless they're playing the Eosmon and they're attacking him, playing him 12 of them.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, why haven't you won yet?
Right. It's got when attacking, you may pay up to 5 memory. If you do, this Digimon gets plus 1,000 DP for the turn. For each memory paid, and the end of attack, gain 2 memory. Really solid.
And being able to just buff himself to potentially like the 16,000 if you absolutely have to is just a cool card. It pairs well with the promo Sistermon.
Right.
And then just gaining 2 memory at the end of the turn is just sick. Or at the end of the battle, right? So it's just an overall really solid card. Doesn't do like any crazy removal, but overall really good value.
All right, so we're gonna take a look at the alternate art. Can you tell me all the Digimon in his alternate art?
I want it. Well, you see Galamon Saber, and that's All Force on the right. I'm pretty sure.
No, that's
in the back.
That's Omnimon. That's that's the Guru Cannon.
Dude, I couldn't even tell that.
And then there's
definitely in the back.
In the back left, and then there's Lord Nightmon.
Dynasmon in the back right. Lord Nightmon's in there in the middle.
All right.
I can't tell who's that on the very left, like right
under the evolution source. Yeah, I can't tell that either, but. I don't know. At first, when I saw the art, I'm like, yo, it's not that cool. But then whenever I was looking closer, I saw all the stuff, and I'm like, yo, that's actually...
Yeah, I think the alt art's pretty sick. It's literally like him having a standoff with all the other Royal Knights.
Right. And so, moving on to Bill Starmon.
My god, best card in the set for sure. Well, at least one of the best cards.
Definitely.
I think the card's insane.
Card is insane, dude. When playing this card from your hand, reduce its play cost by 1 for each 3 Musketeers Digimon card and object card with memory cost 7 in your trash. On play, return 1 object card with memory cost of 7 from your trash to your hand, then use 1 object card with memory cost 7 in your hand without playing its memory cost. Reading that, you're like, that may not be that good. You know, it says 1 play, she's got a play cost of 12, but
when you actually think about it in the context of her deck, you're almost never playing her for 12. There's many times you're playing her for like 6 or 7 and then becomes crazy because you get a Mega on board and then you get to potentially remove one of your opponent's Digimon or multiple of your opponent's Digimon.
Right.
There's been games I've gotten to play her for like 3.
I've seen gameplay.
I've gotten to like 1.
I've seen gameplay of them just playing her for free and then playing like Itmon, be able to like get it back. They're absolutely disgusting card.
Yeah, so that stipulation is already broken, just being able to play her for very, very low cost. And then not only is it you can play a 7 option card, like that effect, if it was just like the 3 Musketeer option cards, it'd be one thing, but it's any 7 cost, so it includes the already crazy ones like Trump Sword and Nailbone.
Right, like just being able to play like Nailbone for free off of this, and you just be able to recur things back, and it's just... it gets crazy. So yeah.
You have a whole toolbox of cards that you can do. If your opponent's got 1 strong Digimon, you Trump Sword them. If they've got multiple weaker ones, you Gebalt Stormer or Happy Bullet Showering. Like, you can just do so much with it.
Right, it's absolutely disgusting. Very good card. So another one, it's a reprint, but I don't think reprint's the best word. It's the new alternate art for the Omnimon, the Ghost Rare Omnimon as people like to call it.
Yep.
Absolutely gorgeous. Gonna be way too expensive. It's cool.
Yeah. Hope I pull it in my case.
Oh, you're getting a case?
I'm getting a case.
Oh, I'm gonna have to holla at you then.
Yeah, bro, yeah, for sure. Hey, check out my channel if you want to see that opening. Hopefully,
for sure. Hey, can we pull the Omnimon? Alright, so moving on, we do have the Ty and the Matt. They are very similar. I believe they actually do the same thing for their respective Digimon.
But just like for their respective Digimon, right? Gabumon versus Agu Greymon.
Right. So real quick, it says your turn. When one of your Digimon with Agumon or Greymon and its name is moved from the breeding area to the battle area, gain 1 memory. And the Matt says the same thing for Gabu and Gurumon. And then main, once per turn, Digivolve your Agumon into an Agumon Bond of Bravery. Matt does Gabumon and Gabumon Bond of Friendship. You can ignore its level if you do trash top 2 cards of your security set. Then if you have one or more security cards, delete this Digimon at the end of this turn. So actually a cool thing you can do with this, it checks that when you do that effect and not at the end of the turn. So if you do the effect on the Ty and the Matt to warp them, and you trash the 2, and if you trash your last 2, then if you play something that gives you recover, they will no longer be destroyed. Fun fact.
That is interesting. I wasn't aware of that.
Fun fact, because it checks it on whenever you do that effect. So, and security plays card without playing its memory cost. So this is what helps you go from your Agumon or your Gabumons into your friendships and your courages, your bonds. Really insane cards, and they're like really good for like just like the regular like Greymon and the Gurumon tribal decks, because it does give you the additional draw and the memory whenever you move them from the raising. And if you got multiple of them on the field, and they all stack.
Yeah, they stack. Yeah, that feeling is amazing. Just being able to like draw 3, go to like 6 memory. It's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. So definitely good cards. Yeah. So another good card is the TK and Kari.
Oh my god, this card is so amazing. I love this card.
It's like they keep giving yellow good cards. Right. Start your turn if you have fewer security cards and your opponent gains 2 memory. Already insane. Your turn, when one of your yellow Digimon attacks, you may suspend its have one of your opponent's Digimon lose 1,000. That part's whatever. It's just that start of your turn. And if you got 2 or fewer security, gain 2, and not 2 or fewer. If you got fewer security, alright, and if you got multiple of these up, like let's say you got 2 or 3, on top of having regular TK, you're starting your turn with 5-7 memory.
I think all the duels tamers in this set like knocked it out of the park. I think they're really fantastic, especially this one.
Right, and so this is.
Wait to put this in Shine.
Oh yeah, definitely Shine great, and within the BT7 format, we do have all the hybrid stuff. It's.
Hybrid.
All right, so moving on, we got the Izzy and the Joe. Similar, start your turn. If you have 2 or more, if your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, gain 2 memory. That's really good.
I think this is the best dual Tamer in the set. That is so crazy. It punishes your opponent from playing the game.
Then it's the opponent's turn. When one of your black Digimon is deleted, suspend it, trigger, draw 1. So earlier we were talking about the Gabubon, and so this just works really good with it. So if your opponent has 2 or more Digimon in play, gain 2 memory. So they might want to try to play around this by just going really tall with one of them, and then Gabubon can come in and just destroy their Digimon they've been working on. And if they do try to go wide, they're going to get punished because it's going to give you additional memory for that.
Yeah, I think this is just an absolutely fantastic card. Not even in just Black Royal Knights, but like even in like security control, having another black Tamer you can play that's like not BT4 Izzy, to like activate your ultimate flares and your Guild Rummers and stuff is fantastic.
Alright, so we got the Sora and Mimi. So your turn, if your opponent doesn't have a level 4 or lower Digimon play, gain 2 memory. That's interesting. So if you're playing against Rookie Rush, this does nothing.
Yeah, it basically punishes your opponent for like 1 stacking.
Right. So your turn, when one of your purple Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Tamer to trigger draw 1, then trash 1. I don't think this card's good.
I think it's. I didn't think the first time I saw it. I think it has its uses. I think it's a nice consistency card. Just being able to draw and discard, and the memory effect is like whatever. But I think it might see play in like 3 Musketeers and like just because that's like a purple and black base deck. But I would agree that it's like the weakest out of all these.
Alright, so moving on, we got Noah. Start your turn, and she's a memory tamer. So she says she's a 3. Your turn, when you play an Eosmon, you may suspend this Tamer, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Tamer card or 1 Digimon card with Eosmon, and its name amongst them to your hand. Place your main cards at the bottom. Opponent's turn, while you have an Eosmon to play, your opponent's Tamers don't unsuspend during the unsuspend phase. That's a good part. While you have an Eosmon to play. So why is this card, I've seen this card being played in other decks that aren't Eosmon, and I'm just curious why.
Right. The reason why this card is like, I think the best thing about this card is just the fact that it's white, right? So it's a memory tamer that you can put in any deck that you want to play Mega Digimon Fusion in. So for example, like Lilith Loop plays this card just because now you don't have to go out of your way to play like Takumi or like or any other like random Tiny Mat, whatever.
Right.
You can play a dedicated memory tamer that dual functions as like being white. So then you can always like activate your Mega Fusion.
That makes sense because now, like, you don't have to play, like, Takumi and Matt. You could just play the Manoa, so it makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. So it helps out with that. Like, the Eosmon part is, like, whatever, but I think this is, like, really cool for rogue decks that so you can just have a memory tamer that also functions as a white card.
Alright, so moving on to Judgment of the Blade. Absolutely sick option card for Chessmon. One of your Digimon with Huckmon in its name or a Roll 9 its type can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon for the turn.
Yeah, I think just attacking unsuspended Digimon is always like an insane effect. Right? That like it basically breaks one of the core mechanics of this game. So just being able to do that, and then by the way, you also have piercing, and then by the way, Savior can like unsuspend it and stuff, and multiple security checks. So.
And security, you may play one Digimon card with Sistermon from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost. Then add this card to hand. Okay, I didn't know I did that second part.
Yeah, that's both. Yeah. Pretty wild.
Card's sick, dude. You gotta play it. Alright, so moving on, we got Red Reamer. I believe this card's not great. I haven't read it in a while. Main, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. If you have 3 or more Digimon to play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 13,000 DP or less. So yeah, I've seen this card, and like I was talking about earlier, like there's like the Agu Bond deck. That's kind of like the security control version with like the red option cards with like Gaia Force, and I've seen like this. I believe like the Happy Bullet Shower with there's one coming out of the Gallantmon structure deck, an option card. I can't think of the name of it.
Atomic Flare, the one that kills a total combined of 8,000.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was like playing cards like Gaia Force and Red Reamer and that within the like red kind of security control deck for the Bond of Bravery deck. So.
Right. I honestly think Red Reamer is a pretty solid card. Like if you just look at it base, kill a 6,000 or lower for a 4 cost is like okay value. Like it's essentially the equivalent of activating Spiral Masquerade for like 2 cards, right? Which is like right? But the fact that if it punishes your opponent for like going wide by being able to kill a 13,000, like kill level 6, so it's really good against Chessmon, really good against any like spam deck Eosmon,
Right.
ironically, and stuff like that. But I think it's a solid card.
Yeah. So
maybe like a 1 or 2 of, but
right.
utility for sure.
For sure. So we have Happy Bullet Showering. If you have a Digimon with 3 musketeers and its type in play, you may use this option card without meeting its color requirements.
Already crazy.
Main, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. So it's kind of like the opposite of Genkumon.
No, it does the same thing as it does the same thing as Genkumon, but Genkumon's play cost. So it's like the weakest dudes basically.
Yeah.
Right. So.
But it can still hit multiple though.
Right.
Yeah.
This kills multiple, so it's a cool spread card. I mean, it might be a blowout against like Rookie Rush or like even Jessmon. Like you can just wipe the board of like multiple Sistermon. So I think it's probably the weakest out of the 3 option cards from 3 Musketeers, but it's still definitely playable. I think this card's really good.
Yeah. Forbidden Trident. Oh, yeah, there goes the little guy on it. See, he's in the ocean. He's in the ocean, the dark ocean. Yep. Main, when your opponent's Digimon gets plus 2,000. Yours, not opponent's. Jesus. One of your Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP, and when attacking, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to its owner's hand. I'm alright. There's better blue cards.
I would, that was my initial reaction too. I will say though, I think it's a really cool tech choice in Gabubon. I've seen it in a lot of lists where like this will put Gabubon at 16,000, so it gets over like the whole Craniumon play we were talking about earlier, right?
Right.
It gets over big blockers, and then just being able to actually push and swing over stuff and go for game.
So it has the return when your opponent's level 3 Digimon, so you can use the Gabubon effect to like spin back 1 to the bottom of the deck and then a level 3 back to the hand.
So it's just extra removal. That part is like honestly fine, I guess. I guess it would come up against Jessmon because the Blondes are level 3. The Longs are level 3, so you can spin them back and get rid of a blocker. So that's kind of cool.
Alright, so we got Howling Memory Boost. The Memory Boost cards are definitely really good cards, and this is another one of them. Main, trash up the 2 Digivolution cards from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then play this card in your battle area. And it's got that delay keyword, which this is going to be the first time we've seen it in the English set. So delay is kind of like a continuous option where it won't get trashed immediately. It'll stay in the battle area, and then it has the delay effect where you, except for the turn it gets put into play, you can trash it. And this one says gain 2 memory. Within the Gallantmon and All-Force structure decks, we get the different memory boosts for the different colors, and they all do similar things, but they're able to search cards, where this one's able to rip evolution sources. It's definitely a really good card. I really like it, and yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I think it's solid. I think you would definitely play this as like a 1 or 2 of them, but it's like it just does something different than like the searching memory boost, right? But the delay effect is still really good.
And so this is good within the Source Strip deck, and within the next format, the BT7 format. I don't know the name of the card, but it's one of the blue Tamers. That's the hybrid one that has the when evolved, and you strip stuff, and then your opponent's Digimon with no evolution sources can't attack. And in combination of this one, you'll be able to make multiple your opponent's Digimon not be able to attack or block. I just think stuff like that's really cool. So, moving on, we got Rattlestar. Main, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand. If your opponent has 3 or more Digimon in play, return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the owner's deck instead. So it's kind of like Kaida's Breath.
It's Kaida's Breath that's like better in like a lot of situations.
Right.
Because you bounce something for a 5 cost, a level 5 or lower for a 5 cost. But again, like it's the same thing as Red Reamer, where if your opponent's going wide, you get like a crazy blowout effect for only a 5 cost. So potentially bottom decking like anything with an on deletion effect or something that can't be deleted by effects or whatever, like a Craniumon or a Zwart Defeat or a Valderarm or whatever.
Right.
Like or even like just a Jessmon or anything like that. Like getting rid of stuff like that is really, really valuable. So I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It gives Gabubon an actual removal card aside from the guys.
Definitely like it. So, moving on, this yellow card I've never seen in my life, Acid Injection. Main, trash top card your security stack. Then when your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5,000 DP for the turn. I would much rather use Blinding Ray to trash stuff and gain memory.
So I would agree. In most traditional yellow decks, you probably wouldn't really care about this card. I will say I think this card is insane in Rookie Rush. Like yellow green Rookie Rush or whatever. Like variant you want to play as long as you're playing yellow, like minus 5,000. Stack this with a Starmons or a Masquerade. I think that's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't think about that within the Rookie Rush strategy, but and then security added to hand. Yeah. Look out for you Rookie Rush players. They're gonna be playing this on you.
Get them out of here.
All right, so we got a Reinforcing Memory Boost. This is a really good card. Not in yellow, actually. It's insane.
Right,
It is insane in security control. Main, reveal top 2 cards of your deck. Place one of them on top of your security stack, face down, and the other main card to the hand. Then place it in your battle area, and it's got the delay to gain 3 memory.
3 is so crazy.
Card is
like,
insane.
It's like a Magna Angemon that you get to like choose.
Right.
Whatever you want to put on, so it's fantastic.
And then
gives you an extra card in hand and a recovery +1, so just overall amazing.
Right. And so you also get the additional gaining 3 memory from the delay. Alright, so moving on, we got Wyvern's Breath. I believe this is Dynasmon in the artwork.
It is Dynasmon, yes.
Main, when your opponent's Digimon gets minus 15,000 DP for the turn. You know what this cannot delete?
What?
Paladin mode.
Shut up! Oh my god. I mean, that's a good point, but it deletes literally everything else. Yellow Gaia Force, absolutely fantastic, but it doesn't destroy. So it gets around Cranium again, which is a really good card to spend up.
And also, you can't decoy to protect it.
Right? Yeah, you can't. That's so annoying, bro. I don't know. They nerf decoy. It's really unfortunate of an ability because it doesn't get around DP reduction, but. Yeah, DP reduction is a hell of a mechanic.
So you want to get around that Paladin mode. Acid Injection first, and then the Wyvern's Breath. Easy.
Acid Injection, Wyvern Breath. Okay.
Easy.
We come out with combos. Okay.
We come out with combos, the Paladin Killer. Okay, so we got a green 0-cost option. Last time they made one of those, it got limited.
That's a good point.
Let's see. Main, one of your opponent's Digimon gains on deletion, lose 2 memory until the end. One of your opponent's Digimon gains on deletion, lose 2 memory.
Basically, like, you'll choose one of your opponent's Digimon and then, like, run over it so you gain 2 memory.
No security effect. I feel like you could make, like, a niche deck with this in it, but traditional green decks are going to play it.
I wanted to try to put this in something. I think it's a cool card. I don't know how playable it'll be. Right. Honestly, probably not that much.
I think with the Pinamon, the green Digitama we were looking at earlier, being able to attack, draw a card, kill one theirs, gain 2 memory. Yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, traditional green decks aren't going to play that. Blasted Disaster. Main, suspend all your opponent's Digimon, then gain 1 memory for each of your opponent's suspended Digimon.
This is pretty bad.
I can't believe you were right. You're like, green has no good cards in this set.
Yeah, dude. They're not good.
The best new green card coming out is the green memory boost out of the starter deck.
Right, literally, yeah. So sorry to all you green players. You're gonna be playing basically the same deck.
Oof. It'll be alright. I'll be right. Red best deck anyway. I don't need green.
Right.
So we got a Parabolic Junk. Main, when your Digimon gains on deletion, gain 2 memory. Wait, that's like the opposite of Tropical Venom.
Right. It stacks on your Digimon.
Yeah. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, security, add this card to its own hand. See, this is like, I love the artwork. He's shooting the little stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if this.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but I don't know if it'll get played.
Right, but you can like gain 3 memory if you got Stewed on it as well.
Right. Now we got this absolutely disgusting option card. Arguably one of the best option cards in the game. Not in the game. What am I talking about? This is one of the best option cards in the game. You can't argue that. That's what I wanted to say. Jewalt Schwarmer. You're better at pronouncing it than I am.
I mean, I do not claim to know how to pronounce it. I just call it Jewalt Schwarmer. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. No clue.
I don't know if you've seen like the Japanese name for it because they have it in English, but it's like a mile long.
Yeah.
It has the same condition as the Happy Bullet Shower we looked at earlier. It says if you have a Digimon with 3 musketeers in its type in play, you may use this option card without meeting its color requirements. Main, delete all Digimon with a play cost of 7 or less.
Absolutely crazy card, blowout card against so many decks. 7 cost encompasses so many things. It includes a lot of level 5s as well.
Right.
So the only like quote unquote downside is like keep in mind that it affects your field too.
Right.
But it's like, yeah, this card is absolutely... Finally, we just have an easy answer to Rookie Rush. I'm tired of losing against that deck. But yeah, anyways.
Right.
So we just have so many ways to clear boards with Jesmon, get rid of all their blockers, their level 4s and 5s, whatever. It's just such a crazy card. Punishes your opponent for going wide. It's disgusting.
Disgusting card. So we got Joel Schwarmer. So Security Control gets a lot of really nice cards. In this set, I know a lot of players don't want to hear this because Security Control is a more annoying tech to play against. But we do have the... It's really solid. You get really cool cards like the Joel Swarmer, Wyvern's Breath, Reinforcing Memory Boost. All the 7 Musketeer cards are basically like Security Control. Same with the next card we're going to look at, which is Iron Fisted Onslaught. Main, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost.
Yeah, it's just like Gaia Force with like a higher ceiling.
Right.
Because if your opponent has like 2 of like the same like powerful Digimon on field, you just kill both of them.
Right. So like it's like I said, Security Control is definitely getting a lot better, but so are a lot of these other colors. Like black, actually at the like tail end of the BT5 format, we're seeing a lot of black topping within these different events, whether it be like the Evo Cups or these like online regionals, and this is just going to help black decks even more. So
yeah, I think that's a really cool option for them. They finally have like just a hard removal card. They have to stick with like Ultimate Flare and stuff like that, but now they just have a hey, kill your opponent's strongest Digimon.
Right,
so
which is really cool.
I think like Black Royal Knights is like a really I think that's a tier 1 deck.
Right, it's definitely a deck to look out for, and we're looking forward to the deck profiles we're gonna have on your channel, aren't we?
For sure, bro. You already know.
All right, so we got the Glaive Memory Boost. I thought it was called Grave Memory Boost. Glaive. All right. Main, return one purple Digimon card from your trash to the hand. That places this card in the battle area and delay gain 2 memory. It's all right. It's all right.
It's like a mini mat.
It's like a mini mat. It's cute.
Yeah, I'd play like 1.
Yeah, I'd play 1. Then we got Underworld's Call. When you trash this card in your hand using one of your effects, trigger draw 1. That's cool that you get an option that gets an effect on trash. Main, you may play 1 purple level 4 Digimon card from your trash in that paint. Yeah, I actually like this card.
I do too. As well, like you mentioned with Titamon, this does trigger on play effects. So
right.
It's pretty cool.
Alright, so we got Fly Bullet. This is going to be the last of our 7 Musketeers. Once again, you can play it if you control 3 Musketeers without meeting its color requirement. Main, delete when your opponent's level 6 or lower Digimon. Basically, Gaia Force.
Yeah, it's an amazing card, especially because it has a security effect too, and it's not unrestricted like Trump Sword. You finally have a really good purple option card, not even just for 3 Musketeers or Security Control.
Just for purple in general, yeah.
Purple decks that they can play and you have to like actually watch out for. I haven't had to watch out for something in purple security since like playing 1.0 when people actually played Trump Sword.
Right.
Well, like now it's just you don't even care. But Fly Bullet might change it.
Yeah. Really so once again, another card for Security Control. But really, Security Control is really going to be more black-yellow this format, but you might see some spicy stuff with the introduction of the 3 Musketeers, so you might see some like Sistermon, some Fly Bullets within traditional Security Control decks that aren't full on 3 Musketeers. And so our last card of the set, we do have Cutting Edge. It's a white option card. It looks like an Eosmon card. I just think the art's funny because Eosmon is cutting Diaboromon in half.
Yeah.
When they are both just garbage decks. they're both in the row decks that they just need something that's gonna make them better. But by the time they get that, other decks are just way too crazy. It's just.
I'd say for now, I do think when EX1 drops, Diaboromon will be like a really. I think that'll actually be a meta deck then.
Right, like,
it gets a lot of really cool stuff.
It does, and also with the promos we get for the promo Kursaramon does give it the decoy.
You get all your Diaboromon's decoys, so like all your tokens.
Right.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So Cutting Edge, main, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Eosmon. You only got 50 of them to choose from. From your hand without paying its member cost, then delete 1. Okay. I love how it says you may play a level 5 or lower one whenever the level 5 one costs 5, so it's cheaper than this card.
Yeah, I mean, you get to kill something with it.
Yeah,
so
the DP less than or equal to the Digimon. I mean, if you want to play Eosmon deck, here you go.
Yeah, you have a kind of cool option card, but...
So I am actually, so that's going to wrap up all the cards within the BT6, but I actually wanted to go and look at the promos that we're getting with the box hoppers. So we do have the full art of the eggs, and then we're also getting the 1-year anniversary promo pack, which has the alternate art cards. We do have the Upamon, the Retaliation Devimon. We have the Millenniumon. All these got absolutely gorgeous alternate arts.
Love the Millennium on the Valorant, especially.
Oh yeah. The Vmon, I definitely recommend people picking up these Vmons because in the future we do have the Imperial Dramon deck, and this is going to be played within it. Same with Upamon, but then we got this Angel Woman, absolutely beautiful card.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that Angel Woman. Oh my god, yeah, that's definitely a cop.
And the Terriermon, fan favorite right there. The Mega Gargomon, like it's cool, but Mega Gargomon doesn't really get played as much as the rest of these cards do.
I feel like no one plays that card anymore.
Right. Then we got the Aldemon. I love how I went and purchased like 4 of the regular art Aldemons, and literally the next day, this card got revealed. Like literally, I was like, oh, okay.
This one does look really sick.
It does. Alright, so the Valder Arm alternate art, whenever it got revealed, I was like, you know what Yu-Gi-Oh card this looks like?
What?
Masterpiece.
You think so? It kind of, with like the feathers everywhere.
It's got like the feathers. He's holding up the sword.
Oh yeah, true. It does give me Masterpiece vibes.
Yeah. So as soon as I saw them, I'm like, yep, Masterpiece all over again. But it's a gorgeous art. And then I did not play True Draco.
Okay, good. I hated that.
Yeah, same. I'm a pendulum guy all throughout that format.
Oh my god.
Then moving on to Phoenixmon. I mean, it's cool, but that Phoenixmon's gonna be like $1. Let's be real.
That's cool. It's cool. If you're playing vanilla Phoenixmon, there you go. You have a high-rarity option.
And so moving on, we do have the Double Diamond Dash Pack. So we have the Gilmon that I absolutely love this card. When attacking, trigger, draw one. Not only is it good within Rookie Rush, but I got this security control list, right? You're playing red eggs anyway.
I mean, that is true.
So this is just, you're drawing 2. You're drawing for the evolution on top of the egg, and then the attack, you get to draw another card. Listen, I'm not saying it's great, but I really like the card. I really like the art. Gilmon.
The art's super cute, yeah.
Because I really love the Gilmon line. My only problem with them is they're not Greymons, because Greymon has such good support.
I agree, yeah. Yeah, Galmon is one of my favorite. Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome on that, but he's just terrible.
Yeah. And so we got the Gabumon. That's the same as the Agumon from BT1. The on-play cracked the top 5, searching for a Tamer. Definitely really good with the new Gabubon deck, being able to search out your mat, so that way you'll be able to work into your bond of friendship. Really good.
For Davis to like guarantee yourself 3 memory.
Yeah. The Kudamon is interesting. It is support for Kintorasmon.
Out of all things, super random.
Right. It's got on play, you return 1 Kintorasmon from your trash to the bottom of your deck. To security attack -1. This card, the website doesn't have it clear. I can't actually see what it says.
Recovery +1.
Recovery +1? Okay.
Yeah.
And
it's like, it's a cool effect, but like it already assumes you've evolved into Kintorasmon,
and it dies.
And so, like, I don't know. Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah,
but...
and it's got the inheritable on deletion. When your opponent's Digimon gets -1000 DP.
Yeah,
cool.
That's actually kind of cool. It does fix Kintorasmon a little bit and make that deletion -12.
Right.
So like it's actually like kind of okay.
Yeah. So.
But I don't know. I don't even know people play Kintorasmon anymore.
Alright, so we got the Hercules Kabuterimon that I actually really like. It is the Digimon version of the option card from BT1. The what is the name of it? It does the same thing. But it says when Digivolve, suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP or lower.
Okay. Well, Electroshocker?
No, it's the one that has Hercules, not Hercules, but Mega Kabuterimon on art. Hornbuster, that's it.
Yep.
That has the same effect. It's suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 or less. So I actually really like this card. Green does have better level 6s, but I think it's a pretty solid card overall.
I think it's pretty okay. I don't know what we'll see played in, but it's cool.
Listen, so within the EX1 Classic Collection, we have the Gotcha Green deck. It might see some success in that.
The Gotcha Green. I mean, I think that whole deck is just a meme to begin with.
It is a meme to begin with. But these are English exclusive cards. None of these are in Japan yet. So, like, we may see some success with all these cards that, you know, create some new... I don't know if any of them are going to stir up the format too much. Like I said, the Gabumon's definitely nice for the Gabubon deck, but... I mean, they're all pretty nice cards. The Kurosawa we spoke about a little earlier. It has the inheritable decoy for all your Digimon with the same name, so it's really going to be your... what's his name? What's Kurosawa evolve into?
Intermon?
No, the one... Diaboromon, that's it. I could not think of Diaboromon's name.
For sure. I think the best ones here are definitely Gabumon and Kurosawa. And Kurosawa, not even now... I think the only one that's going to see play in this format is like Gabumon.
Yeah.
Kurosawa, mark my words, will be a fantastic card in EX1.
Oh yeah.
Because it gives all your Diaboromon tokens, or just Diaboromons, like decoy, and then there's a Diaboromon in that set that gives them blocker.
Right.
So having decoy, blocker, and then like all the other effects you have with Diaboromon, like gaining memory and drawing cards and being able to summon Armageddon and stuff.
Right.
I think it'll be really.
Yeah, it definitely gets crazy.
Yeah.
And
it gets better in time.
Right. Also, we have the Wizardmon. Your turn once per turn. When you play an option card, gain a memory. It's okay. It's alright.
Actually, yeah, I like this card. I actually messed around with this card a little bit, playing in like Plutomon, Metal Gurumon, and stuff.
Right.
It's literally okay. Like, it's fine.
Right.
But it's nothing like crazy.
I'm glad these aren't like absolutely like crazy promos that we have to have 4 of, and you know, our decks and stuff. But like, I feel like some of them could have been just a little better. Like the Kudomon is like, no one's gonna play that. But the Gilmon, listen, if I don't get 4 of these, you gotta hook me up. You're getting that case.
Oh, for sure, bro. Yeah, I will not play that in anything. I don't know what I'm going to play that in.
Hey, security control, I'm telling you. Alright, so yeah, so that's going to be our thoughts of and review of Double Diamond. Like I said, the set comes out next week. I know some stores, I believe, are having pre-releases tomorrow at the time of recording of this video. Hopefully I'll be able... I wasn't able to pre-order any. My local game store is a joke.
Oh, that's unfortunate to hear.
It'll be alright, but you know, bless everyone's pools, bless DonkeyKnogg's pools with his cases that come in. And once again, thank you for joining us today. Once again, I'm a big fan of your channel. Honestly, one of my favorite content creators for the game, and you guys don't know him already, you should definitely check out his videos. We're going to have a link in the description below. And
yeah, thank you so much for having me, bro. It's been a totally fun time. And I can say the same thing about you and your brother, bro. You guys put me on Digimon in the first place.
Yeah, so once again, I am Noah with the Digibros. We will catch you guys next time.